In this video, we're going to see how Windsurf helped me create an Astro blog theme from scratch with just chatting with the AI. So if you don't know, Windsurf is an IDE that can help you build different applications with the help of AI. This is their website. And in the past, I have tried a lot of tools that it's working with AI, and it can help you create applications from scratch. I will let a link into the description to that video. And lately, since Tailwind 4 has released and I have my blog with Astro, I wanted to do a refresh and update everything, and I wanted to create a theme from scratch. So I decided to use Windsurf for this. So this is their website. Windsurf can also be used for free with some limitations. I am in the pro plan, and in this video I'm going to show you some of the things behind the scenes that I have done with Windsurf and how I am using Windsurf. So I'm using Windsurf for a couple of days, and in a couple of days I've managed to create a blog theme. So basically this is my new website. It has like a similar structure like before, and in here you see that it has a nice header. In here it has pages. It has also a series that is like a tutorial, and in this series you are learning various things. And besides of that, it has like a nice structure. In here you have some popular topics based on the tags. It has the latest articles in here with the series. It has a nice effect in here, and you can browse, for instance, the categories. So if we're going to check let's say the pages with the authors, in here you can have multiple authors if you want, and in here you will have some description with a picture and the posts. It has a pagination in here, and if we're going to check, for instance, this post, it has a nice structure. It has a breadcrumb, it has all the details, it has a table of contents in here. It has also a dark and light mode, and all of these things are done with the help of Astro and Tailwind CSS version 4. So I don't want it to update the previous version because I was using a theme that was customized. I wanted to create one from scratch that also can be used by you if you want. And yeah, in here, for instance, you see that you have like the light and dark thing, and at the end you have some related posts. You have a social share in here, and for the related posts, for instance, they are pulled based on the tag for these posts, and you have a nice footer with some related posts. Again, these are the latest posts, not related ones. So yeah, other than that, you have, for instance, you have the categories, pages, and in here you have the different categories with the number of posts. And yeah, you see that it has pagination and it's looking nice. Also the dark and the light, it's working as expected. Also the other page that I have is the one with tags, and in here again it has the different tags. It has also a search functionality, and in here, let's say for instance you want to search Docker things, it will pop up all the things that are matching Docker. It uses Fuse.js and isn't only using Astro, is not using React or anything else behind the scenes. And another I don't know, nice things that I think is this tutorial part with series that it's on the beginning of the project, and in here, for instance, you see that it shows you where you are. It has the options to bring you to different pages, and also this design, it's responsive, so it's using Tailwind CSS and it is looking nice by default on mobile. You see that you have the menu, search and everything, that it's on mobile, and all of these were built with the help of Windsurf and only chatting with it. And you need to think that, for instance, Tailwind version 4, it's quite new and the AI doesn't know all about this, but Windsurf helped me create all of these things. So if you don't know, Astro, it's a framework that can help you build static or dynamic websites. And yeah, right now it's in version 5.4, and this website, it's responsive. It's I don't know, it has 100 in the low speed for mobile, And let me go and see, because I've also created a theme for this that you can also check. So in here is my repo. I will add the link in the description to my theme. It's the B2 Astro theme. I will create a detailed tutorial with this theme. So in here I've created also the theme with the help of Windsurf and a demonstration. So it's looking similar with what I have, but it has some demonstration posts and things like that in this section. So it has all the things that I am already using. So yeah, this is the project that I built with Windsurf. And right now, if we're going to open Windsurf, so first let's check like the pricing for this. So yeah, I mean, you have these free options that you can use with Windsurf. You have the Pro plan, which I am using. And in this Pro plan, you have like 500 premium model user prompts credit. So basically, when you are going to send a command to it, it will eat up from this 500, and you have this flow action then. And this flow action basically, maybe the AI needs to do some other things like inspect some files and use some other tools that Windsurf has, and then it will use this flow action points. And yeah, with this Pro plan, you have also some advanced LLMs that can be used. I have used only the Cloud Sonnet with 3.7 for my project. So only this was used. And if we're going to open Windsurf right now, I have the project open in here. And in here, if we're going to check all of these things, we're going to see, for instance, that this is a quite big project. It has the source where I have everything. In here, the content, it has the markdown files, and in layouts, for instance, if we are going to check the layouts, you'll see that you have a lot of layouts for blog. We have some common elements with footer, header, pagination, SEO. We have a table of content. We have widgets for this, and you have the layout with SEO things that it's working. You have the post layout in this area. This is for the blog post. It's using only the basic things. So if we're going to check the package.json, in here you see that I have only installed what I needed. So MDX, RSS, I have the sitemap, I have the Astro icon that it's used with the MDI, and Fuse.js with Tailwind CSS, and yeah, version 4 it is used. And in the right side, I have some history with what I have created. And in here you see, for instance, for this project, you see that I have started with creating the collection and things like that. So basically this is the history, and we're going to check some of the things. So with Windsurf, you can also create like rules that you can do, but I didn't use any rules. I will only let the default things. And in here, for instance, you can choose the model. Lately, I've also tested with Gemini, but yeah, I don't think it's doing a very good job. So in here, you see that for Gemini, it's quite cheap. It only uses like 0.025 from a credit, and Sonnet, it's using the 1. And yeah, in this area you can do various things, and in here you'll have 2 modes with write and chat, and I have used the write mode for this because basically what the write mode is doing is just goes and updates the files for you. You don't need to approve them, and it's working like on autopilot. I don't want to lose a lot of time with doing this thing, so that's why I prefer the write mode for this. And in here, for instance, let's see, like this is the first thing that I have started to ask it, and in here you see that I have some long conversation with it, and I tell it in the beginning to build a blog with Astro with Tailwind version 4, and I want to use variables with themes and Tailwind, and it's started to analyze the project. So basically what I did in the beginning, I've just installed the Astro with everything, and I didn't let him to install and configure anything. I've just installed the latest version of Astro with all of these things, and I told him what I wanted to do. And in here you see that, for instance, in here I have asked him to do some things with the global CSS, the new Tailwind version 4 that it's used, is not using any configuration file right now, so it created some colors and things in there. So if we're going to check the style in here, let's see, you will see that it's created all of this thing for me, so we can easily customize the theme colors if you want, fonts and things like that. And yeah, I mean, of course, it didn't create it everything like in a standard to use the colors from here, because I should have created like some rules for him to guide on. But again, I was new to Windsurf and Astro with Tailwind 4, and yeah, I let him decide what to do. And in here I have some configuration file with the menu that I have and other things like socials and some site details. And I asked him to create all of these things, like to add the toggle for dark and light mode. And in here you see that it started to build his things and created all of the details. So basically what I'm doing, I'm just telling him to do multiple things at once, for instance. So I don't tell you to do more than 3 or 4 things, but if you're telling him to do like 3 or 4 things for you, you will not use that many credits, and it will use these flow credits, the one that are with 1500. So I've seen that it's working quite good like this. So basically when you ask him to do something, you are just telling him to do multiple things, and he will just go and do that things. Let's see, here I had some problems with the dark mode because yeah, it doesn't know Tailwind CSS version 4 that good, and in the beginning I needed to create some of the things that it's working with Tailwind 4, and in the end it helped me create all of these things. And then I decided to go with footer and the other things. Okay, what else I have in here? Okay, the index with all of these things, create the slug and things like that. Okay, this is just one history, and in here you see when I tell him to create multiple things for the header and footer to allow white things, pages with collections to create them, to create paginations and things like that. And you see in here that he started to do the things one by one, and it created all of these things. And Windsurf, it's quite nice, and it helped me create all of this project from scratch. And yeah, this is the first thing. Then I've added some other things, let's say for the SEO component in here. You see that I have some quite long discussions with it, because this is a project that has been built from scratch. I didn't create it from something. And you see that I asked him to create some table of contents in here, to create some widgets for me, because also this plugin, it has some widgets with accordions and things like that, and buttons that are looking quite nice. I will show them to you. Let's check them right now. So if we're going to check, for instance, this, and in here I have the post with this, you see that for that I've asked him to create basically these things. In here I have some boxes with things, I have some accordions in here that I have inserted, I have some tabs. So basically if I want to, I don't know, create something more nice, it's working like that. I still have to fix some of the things in here. You see that the box is not complete size. In here I have some checklists that are looking nice that I've created. So basically I want to include all of this across my blog and make the article look nicer. And in here you see the notification box I have the YouTube that it's added in here. In here you see the another information, another tab in here with a list. And in here, for instance, you have the button that I've created, and they are looking nice also on dark mode and light mode. And you see that we have also an icon in here. And yeah, these are the notification boxes. And yeah, I mean, I've built all of these things with the help of Windsurf. And if we're going to check it in here, you see that I've asked him to help me with some of these things. Again, I'm just telling it to do multiple things in one time to not lose that many credits. So it goes and does the job for me, and it's just doing the work, and it's modifying the files. One thing that I've noticed in here, if for instance you'll have an error, it will not pull from your credits. It will just tell you that okay, it has an error. It will not consume any credits, which is a good thing. Also, from my experience with Windsurf, I've seen that it's quite good at checking the files and understanding the things, and it's using Cloud Sonnet, which is very smart, and that's why it's doing all of these things. So yeah, I mean, this is the discussions that I have. Again, I didn't configure anything. I've just used the write mode for this, and yeah, in here I'm just chatting with it, and he's modifying the file for me. It here is creating the list check, for instance. Okay, it summarized all the details. In here I asked him to use the Not Pros for the buttons and things like that, because I'm using the typography for Markdown formatting to be easier. And yeah, I am just going and asking him to create all of these things, and in the end I've also asked him to create that series for me. You see in here that this is the series part that I've asked him to add, and basically I didn't tell him to choose the design or do anything besides what I wanted. Like I want to have like a tag in the Markdown header with series and like that, and he built everything for me from scratch. He updated a file to see how it's looking and created everything, and was working by default. So you see in here it has the details created, and yeah, then I had some errors. I asked him to fix them, and yeah, like this I'm using Windsurf. And if we're going to check, for instance, in here, let's see the usage. And in my account, you see after, I don't know, a couple of days of chatting with it. So basically, I think I chat with it for, I don't know, 7 or 8 hours in total. And you see that I was able to build this theme with only 77 prompt credits. And flow action, it's higher because, again, it just goes and applies what I'm telling it to do. And yeah, it's like right now I am, I don't know, half of this for flow credits. And another thing that they've added is the fact that you can refer a friend and you will get 500 flex credit. I think also the one that uses this link, it will have the 500 credits. I'm not sure because I don't have anyone referred right now, because I didn't promoted this tool, because yeah, I'm just using it right now. But from my experience with it, it's pretty good. It helped me create good things with Sonnet. And I will let also the link with the refer code. If you want to use it, maybe you'll get the 500 credit also, but it will help me because yeah, in this way I can create some other project that I can share them with you. Again, this theme that I've created with Astro, it's public, and I will add the link into the description. So I will add it in the Astro theme repository, and I'll create some tutorials, and I use it to help me create all of these things, the README file and things like that. maybe the code is not, let's say, 100% perfect, but yeah, in, I don't know, like 3 days, I was able to build the Astro theme from scratch, and also using Tailwind version 4, but it's also having a dark mode, and it's quite fast. And in here, for instance, if we're going to check, let's say, this, let me open this, and if we're going to go and use the Google page speed, you will see that the theme is very responsive, and it has like good scores everywhere. All of the images are also using the Astro image component that is converting them automatically to WebP format and does a lot of optimization for them. So yeah, it's quite nice. So in here you see that, for instance, it's having like near perfect scores, and yeah, the design is nice and is mobile friendly. And I am using Cloudflare to host this for free. And yeah, if you want to use Windsurf, you can start using it for free. You see, you have some free things in it, so you can start feeling, I don't know, having a feeling of how it's working. I've tried a lot of IDs in the past. Also, I've created a video with Try, which is from ByteDance, but Windsurf is way better than Try. Even if it's free, it does a better job. I've also used like Rook code to try to build this project. It wasn't, let's say, that good at this one, because mostly you are hitting the API limits for Cloud Sonnet. I've used another VS Code plugin that can help you code autonomously. But yeah, at this point, I really like Windsurf, and I really enjoy what I was able to build with Windsurf. And yeah, if you are looking for an IDE that can help you build code with AI, you can give Windsurf a try. You can find the referral link into the description if you want to use my link. And in the next video, I will show you how you can host this theme that I've built for free. I hope you enjoyed the video, and in case you like what you have seen, please don't forget to like and subscribe.